I'm very pleased to be joined by Heifets, who's CEO of Atomwise. What does Atomwise do?
We use artificial intelligence to help people discover new medicine.
And artificial intelligence in medicine is becoming a really booming industry, judging from all the people here. What are the big challenges for you?
To do artificial intelligence correctly, we have to principally demonstrate that we can impact a process. Drug discovery and healthcare have lots of very smart people working very hard, and so the bar for us to clear is quite high.
How has the industry evolved over the last few years?
Sure. I think that I've been very heartened by the embrace of artificial intelligence. In some sense, it's a natural outgrowth of the use of statistics, which we've been very comfortable with for a very long time. And so this is the latest iteration, the latest generation of a very powerful technology we've had access to.
And how are these sort of conferences helpful to AI in healthcare?
It's incredibly important both to be able to learn what is out there and to be able to communicate the successes that we've had and to highlight challenges for practitioners of the field. That's the way that we drive it forward. It's a collaborative effort.
Now, you've been presenting today. Tell me what you were presenting.
We presented both some successes and some problems in the way that people have historically set up their AI tests. When you set up a test, you want to know that it is actually predictive of the way people are going to use AI in the future. And we've pointed out some limitations in that and how to fix them.
And what else?
We presented some of our previous projects and medicines that we've discovered for very hard targets. We presented a collaboration on botulinum neurotoxin and showed a new molecule unlike any that had been found before.
How exactly do you use AI in drug discovery?
Sure. For a drug to work, it has to be both potent and safe. And at the end of the day, the problem that we solve there is whether a potential medicine will stick to the disease protein to shut it down. You historically had to run an experiment. You had to run this in test tubes, which is very laborious, very time-consuming, and very expensive. And so instead, we set that up as what's called a classification problem, and we predict whether the experiment is worth running, whether the molecule has a chance of working.
And how much of an advantage is using AI over using conventional systems?
Sure, we've done head-to-head comparisons, and we have delivered hit rates which are 10,000 times what people get through high-throughput screening experiments at about 100 times the speed of even ultra-high-throughput robotic screening.
That's extraordinary. So where do you see this industry evolving in the future?
I think what you'll see is an increased integration. An integration between machine learning practitioners and the biochemists, working really side by side and collaboratively to move the whole process forward.
And what will that mean for the whole field of drug discovery?
I think we need better success rates. I think the attrition that you see, the failures in the clinic and even in preclinical, I think we want to, much more than speed up the process or even reduce cost, is most of the cost comes from the molecules we thought would work, which just fail at some point. And so reducing that attrition rate, I think, is the most critical thing to improving drug discovery. And I think that's where we'll see AI being able to deliver improvements.
And how's your experience of being involved in this event been?
It's been really good. I think we've had lively debates. I think we've talked about really the cutting edge technologies which are out there, people presenting really what's possible and sparking a lot of ideas.
AI has got some challenges, particularly in terms of its ethics and its perceptions. How do you think we're going to deal with those? People thinking that AI is about mad robots.
I used to work on soccer playing robots, and so that, in some sense, may be even more exciting to people. I think what we need to show is that there's positives and positive outcomes, right? I think nobody looks at the treatments we have. No one looks at chemotherapies and thinks that those are good enough. No one looks at diseases that we've never had treatments for, like Alzheimer's, and thinks we're done. And so I think when people understand that there are benefits, then people will embrace the technologies.
Heifets, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Vivienne.